We wanted to do this documentary so people wouldn't have to always stare and take pictures, because we don't like when they take pictures, so they just knew who we are and stuff.
A husband of conjoined twins disappeared one day, leaving the world stunned and confused, only to return years later with a horrible message. People whispered theories, but no one could explain the sudden vanishing. Where did he go? And what did he see that made him return out of nowhere? Let us uncover what really happened and why this shocking truth will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about science. When love breaks all barriers. When Josh Bowling married Abby, one of the famous conjoined twins, it caught everyone's attention. People were curious, but not just about the marriage itself. They were intrigued by the dynamic of these two sisters who share one body. Abby and Brittany live a life that is both shared and independent. They have their own minds, their own dreams, and their own ambitions, even while they navigate the complexities of sharing vital organs and a body. Before we delve into this, it's clear that what happened next was far more unimaginable than anyone could predict, and this won't be the only revelation to leave you speechless. Abby's choice to marry Josh was a huge moment, not just for her, but for everyone watching. How does love even work when one bride shares her body with her sister? It was a question on everyone's minds. Yet the twins showed the world that individuality and independence could exist, even in the most extreme of situations. While Abby got married, Brittany lived her life on her own terms, each twin balancing their shared existence in a truly unique way. The story took a darker turn when Josh vanished without warning. He was just gone. There were no signs of problems, no hints that anything was wrong. People were left with burning questions. Was he overwhelmed by the complexity of his marriage? Did he leave because it was just too much? The media went into a frenzy, but no one could find any answers. And through it all, the twins kept living their lives, but the questions never went away. What happened to Josh? Then out of nowhere, Josh came back. His sudden reappearance was even more shocking than when he vanished. And the message he brought back with him was something that no one could have anticipated. He spoke of strange, unsettling experiences, things that didn't make sense, things that left people speechless. This wasn't just about his return, it was about the story he had to tell. A message about love, loyalty, and the challenges of a life bound by both physical and emotional ties. Josh didn't return with apologies or regrets. Instead, he came back with a message, something deep about the nature of love and connection. He talked about the challenges he faced, the strange and disturbing things he had experienced during his disappearance, but what left everyone most stunned was the way he spoke about the twins, about the unique love that tied them all together. The question around his disappearance never fully cleared up, but it became less important compared to what he had to say. Love is messy. It's complicated, and it doesn't always fit into neat little boxes. And Josh's story was proof of that. Whatever he went through, whatever caused him to disappear, his return was all about reflection. He wanted the world to understand the power of connection, even when it defies logic or convention. His message was clear. Love, no matter how strange or unconventional, could overcome any obstacle. But that wasn't the end of the drama. Josh also found himself in a legal battle that further complicated the situation. His ex-wife had claimed that Josh was the father of her 3-year-old child, and that led to a heated court case. The courtroom drama played out in front of the world as people watched to see how it would impact his already unusual marriage. The court eventually ruled that Josh was not the father, and his name was removed from the child's birth certificate. This legal mess added another layer to Josh's story with the twins. Despite all the drama, Abby stayed quiet, choosing not to comment on the controversy. She focused on her life and her relationship, refusing to let public opinion distract her. The twins have always been private, even though their condition makes them a public curiosity. They've shown strength in keeping their private lives separate from the headlines, and this was no different. Even with Josh's return and the legal trouble, they stayed strong and focused on living life their way. The marriage that redefined family. Even with the media constantly buzzing about their lives, they chose to stay focused on what really mattered to them. They had a plan, a vision of their life, and they weren't about to let the world's curiosity derail them. Josh's return, the legal battle, all the rumors. They moved through it all with a grace that most people would struggle to maintain. They proved that no matter the situation, they would keep living their lives on their terms. People often misunderstand their relationship. Some even think that all three of them are romantically involved. But that's not true. Abby has a romantic connection with Josh, while Brittany plays a more supportive role. At their wedding, it was Abby who danced with Josh, while Brittany was there in her own way, celebrating but not in the romantic spotlight. It's a delicate balance, but it works for them. They figured out a way to navigate their unique circumstances, and that's what makes their story so compelling. They've faced health challenges, and they've had to consider how they might expand their family in unconventional ways. Having children is something they've talked about openly, despite the obvious difficulties. They know the road ahead won't be easy, but they also know that they've faced tougher challenges before. Whether they choose adoption, surrogacy, or something else entirely, they're determined to make it happen. Their story isn't just about the past, it's about the future they're building together. They've shown that love, in whatever form it takes, is powerful enough to overcome anything, and they're ready to keep proving that, no matter what challenges come their way. This isn't just a story of survival, it's a story of thriving in the face of impossible odds. The world may not fully understand their love, but they don't need the world's approval. They only need each other. The twins have always amazed the world with their story. Born conjoined, they face challenges most of us can't even imagine. Yet they live with joy, with hope, and with an inspiring determination to live their lives to the fullest. From their childhood surgeries to their shared dream of becoming teachers, they've pushed past every obstacle thrown at them. Their unique connection is something that can't be easily explained. They share a body, but they are very much individuals. Abby likes bright colors, while Brittany prefers more neutral tones. They've always found ways to express themselves, even when the world tried to fit them into a single box. Growing up, they faced surgeries and medical procedures that most of us can't imagine, but they faced them together. They've always faced everything together, and that's what makes their relationship with Josh so unique. He didn't just marry Abby, in a way, he married their entire situation. He embraced the complexities of loving someone who is, quite literally, never alone. And the twins embraced him back, showing that love doesn't always fit into neat categories. Their wedding, their shared life, their plans for the future, it all points to a bond that goes beyond conventional love. The story of Abby, Brittany, and Josh challenges what we think we know about family. Their connection shows us that love isn't about fitting into a mold, it's about creating your own. They've faced rumors, legal battles, health scares, and public scrutiny, yet they've come out the other side stronger. They're proof that family isn't defined by appearances or even by physical boundaries. It's defined by love, loyalty, and the willingness to stick together no matter what. In a world where so many people are quick to judge what they don't understand, the twins and Josh are living proof that the only opinions that truly matter are those of the people involved. They've shown us that love isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Their story isn't over yet, and as they look to the future, one thing is certain: whatever comes their way, they'll face it together. From the very beginning, the twins defied all odds. Born in Minnesota, their condition was incredibly rare. Conjoined twins occur once in approximately every 200,000 live births, and their chance of survival was slim. Doctors weren't even sure if they would make it through the first few days, let alone live healthy and fulfilling lives. But they not only survived, they thrived. Their parents made the decision early on that they would raise their daughters as normally as possible, giving them every opportunity to experience life just like other children. From the start, their life wasn't just about making it through, but finding ways to live fully and happily. Conquering odds from day one. Growing up, they faced several surgeries aimed at improving their quality of life. One of the earliest procedures was to remove a third arm that was not functional. They also had surgeries to correct a curvature in their spine and to expand their chest cavity to aid their breathing. These medical procedures, though daunting, were necessary to help them lead healthy lives. Despite these challenges, they approached their situation with resilience and positivity, qualities that have stayed with them throughout their lives. Their childhood was full of the same milestones that many other children experience. school, making friends, and discovering their interests. They attended a private school in their hometown where they were surrounded by friends who treated them no differently from anyone else. This supportive environment allowed them to grow into confident young women. They learned to swim, ride a bike, and even play musical instruments. Their parents, Patty and Mike, were committed to ensuring that their daughters had every opportunity to live a full life, despite the unique challenges they faced. As they grew older, Abby and Brittany began to think about their future. They both had a passion for learning and decided that they wanted to become teachers. This was not an easy path. Attending college as conjoined twins presented unique challenges. They had to navigate a world that was not built for people like them, but they were determined. They attended Bethel University, where they studied education and worked tirelessly to achieve their dream. Their perseverance paid off, and they both became licensed fifth-grade teachers. Teaching was a natural fit for Abby and Brittany. They loved children, and their unique perspective allowed them to connect with their students in a special way. They quickly became beloved figures at the school where they taught, with students and parents alike admiring their dedication and positivity. They worked as a team in the classroom, each taking on different responsibilities to ensure that their students received the best education possible. Their story as teachers is a testament to their determination to live fulfilling, independent lives. While Abby and Brittany have always tried to live as privately as possible, their unique situation has inevitably drawn public attention. From a young age, they were the subject of media interest, appearing on talk shows and in documentaries. Their first major public appearance was on The Oprah Winfrey Show in the mid-1990s. This was followed by a series of documentaries that allowed the world to get a glimpse into their lives. While these appearances brought them a degree of fame, they also brought challenges. Living in the public eye meant that Abby and Brittany had to deal with constant scrutiny. People were fascinated by their condition, and while many were supportive, there were also those who were intrusive. The twins handled this attention with grace, choosing to focus on the positive and ignore the negative. They have always been selective about what they share with the public, preferring to keep the details of their personal lives private. This decision has allowed them to maintain a sense of normalcy, despite the constant curiosity about their lives. Their relationship with Josh brought a new wave of public interest. People were curious about how a romantic relationship would work when one partner was conjoined with another person. The media often sensationalized their story, focusing on the unusual aspects of their relationship rather than the love and connection that brought Abby and Josh together. Despite this, Abby, Brittany, and Josh chose to live their lives on their terms, ignoring the noise and focusing on what mattered to them. Josh's sudden disappearance added another layer of intrigue to their story. The media speculated endlessly about why he had left and where he had gone. Some suggested that the pressures of being in such a unique relationship had become too much for him. Others wondered if there was more to the story, something darker that the public didn't know about. Through it all, Abby and Brittany remained silent, choosing not to engage with the rumors. They continued to live their lives, focusing on their work and their family. Josh leaving and coming back was only part of what they faced. What happened next tested their love and their strength even more. The twins' next chapter with Josh. When Josh returned, his story only deepened the question. He spoke of experiences that were difficult to explain, strange events that had happened during his time away. He described feelings of being watched, of being followed, and of encountering people who seemed to know more about his life than they should. His return was not just about reuniting with Abby, it was about sharing what he had learned, about the strange and unsettling things that had happened to him. The details of his disappearance remained vague, but the impact of his story was profound. Despite all the challenges they have faced, Abby, Brittany, and Josh are committed to building a future together. They have talked openly about their desire to start a family, though they know that this will not be easy. The physical challenges of having children are significant, and they have had to consider other options such as adoption or surrogacy. They are determined to find a way to make their dream of having a family a reality, no matter what obstacles they face. Their commitment to each other is evident in everything they do. They have faced more challenges than most people can imagine, yet they continue to move forward with hope and determination. Their story is not just about overcoming adversity, it is about embracing life fully, despite the difficulties. They have shown that love, in all its forms, is powerful enough to overcome any obstacle. The path of the twins is far from over. They continue to teach, to inspire, and to live their lives on their own terms. Their relationship with Josh has added a new dimension to their story, one that challenges conventional ideas about love and family. They have faced public scrutiny, legal battles, and personal challenges, yet they have remained united. Their story is a reminder that love is not about fitting into a mold. It is about creating your own path and walking it with the people who matter most to you. The story of the twins and Josh is one of resilience. From the moment they were born, they faced challenges that most people could not even begin to understand. Their parents were told that they might not survive, yet they did. They grew up, went to school, made friends, and pursued their dreams. They faced surgeries, public scrutiny, and the challenges of living as conjoined twins, yet they did it all with a smile on their faces. Their resilience is what makes their story so powerful. It is not just about the fact that they survived, it is about how they have chosen to live. They have embraced every opportunity that has come their way, never letting their condition define them. They have shown that no matter what obstacles you face, it is possible to live a full and happy life. Their story is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of love and connection. Josh's path is also one of resilience. Whatever he experienced during his disappearance, he chose to come back. He chose to face the challenges of being in a relationship that the world found unusual. He chose to share his life with the twins, knowing that it would not always be easy. His return was not just about reuniting with the people he loved, it was about facing his fears, embracing the unknown, and choosing love over everything else. The twins and Josh have redefined what it means to be a family. Their story challenges the traditional ideas of love, relationships, and family dynamics. They have shown that family is not about fitting into a societal mold. It is about the love, loyalty, and commitment that people have for each other. Their connection is unique, but the values that hold them together are universal. They have faced judgment, curiosity, and skepticism, but they have remained true to themselves and to each other. Their story is a reminder that love is not always easy. It is not always neat or simple. Sometimes it is messy, complicated, and full of challenges, but it is always worth it. They have shown us that love is about more than just romance. It is about respect, understanding, and the willingness to face whatever comes your way together. Was the disappearance of the conjoined twins and their husband a simple tragedy, or is there a deeper, darker truth being hidden? Tell us your thoughts and remember to like and subscribe for more.